Hello. Hello, this is the My Artifact episode number 3868. Today's date is February 10. Yeah, February 10, 2026. It's been almost like morning at 10:17, 10:17 a.m. Right. Okay, so there is a couple of things that I wanted to say. Okay, yeah. Tomorrow is the 11th of February 2016. Sorry, 2026, not 16. And this date, 11th of February, today is 10th of February. Tomorrow will be 11th of February. But I think I will gonna remember this date as the 11th of February 2015 because this is all started from here. Okay, like this artifact and everything is actually kind of like a beginning from 11th of February 2015. I already told you what is actually backstory, what exactly happened on that date and things and that and that. But somehow, surprisingly, this date is a kind of like a bit more matter to me. I'm not really sure that how much it matter or because I don't know. Probably is this thing. I think I'm the only one who's kind of like a celebrating this day. It's not a celebration. It's a kind of like a thing is that now it's a like a like I don't know. It's mine probably. Like it's a kind of like a thing is that na ki let's just say a Christmas, everyone celebrate. But this is a kind of like a one specific thing that only and only I celebrate. Okay, I called this day as a artifact day. Okay, yeah. Uh, I don't know. Is it? I'm not really sure, but I this date is a kind of like a somebody like tomorrow's date, 11th of February will be very much valuable for me. So yeah, today is no tomorrow will be artifact day, and yeah, it's good, it's great. All right, yeah, let's just jump into the question. All right. Okay, so question is wait, where is this question? Okay, yeah. Uh, I am building something binge worthy or disconnected upload. Okay, that's a really good question. Okay, yeah. First of all, what exactly is this question and why am I asking this question to myself? This is YouTube realization question. Okay, yeah. Means like that ki I asked this question to myself so that I would get realization more about myself as a content creator. I know more about as a platform as a Instagram or YouTube platform. I know more about my creativity. Okay, yeah, my execution process. And when I ask this question to myself, I kind of like a questioning on all those things, and kind of like a somebody trying to verify me that am I that particular person? Am I worthy enough to consider myself as a YouTuber or not? Or content creator or not. Okay, so yeah, now regarding about the question says that am I creating something binge worthy or wait or a disconnected upload. Okay, yeah. Now what is actually this thing, what is actually binge worthy and what is actually disconnected upload? Binge worthy means like that ki you wanted to watch that particular video, and disconnected means it's a kind of like something another video that didn't really matter to me. Okay, yeah. Let me give you the context. Okay, yeah. I follow a couple of YouTuber. Okay, yeah. And I can get so much value from them. Okay, yeah. First name is that ki Nitish Rajput video. Okay, yeah. He upload once in a month. Okay, yeah. And his videos, when I watch his videos, it's binge worthy. Binge worthy means like that ki I can able to watch his video after video. Like his one video is it takes almost like a 45 minutes, but still it is so engaging, so much value it add me when I watch his video. It felt like wow. Same thing happened with the Dhruv Rathi video. Same thing happened with the kind of like somebody Get Set Fly Gaurav Thakur videos. Same thing happened with kind of like so many multiples of YouTuber. Okay, yeah, and basically these videos are kind of like add so much amount of value in me. Okay, let me give you the context regarding about me. I'm 32, and my thought process are bit different. Okay, means like that ki when I was the teenager, or when my age was kind of like a somebody 25 or things like that, I might gonna watch something like a like kind of like a something that funny or comedy or things like that. But at this age, you or me at least, I'm kind of like a something spending on such a time that add value in me. Okay, so I'm not kind of like a seeking for entertainment that much, I'm seeking for adding value. Okay, yeah. So for me, I think that at the moment, these are kind of like a small value added content creator. It kind of like gives me so much amount of information, and I'm willing to spend more time to watch those content because I'm getting so much amount of information and valuable things and that, and I able to kind of like watch those video as a binge worthy. Your answer might be different. Why? Because it depends on what you like, what you don't like. You might gonna like a kind of like a comedic video, or you might gonna like a kind of like a something that ki dancing video or things and that. It depends on environment, depends on what you like, it depends on your age, it depends on your psychology and things and that. Okay, yeah. Also another thing, which content is binge worthy is also depend upon who is actually seeing that. Each video is not meant to be good video for everybody. No, each video are meant for good for some people, not good for some people, bad for some people. Okay, yeah. Example, I love to watch the value added video. Okay, yeah, these Nitish Rajput video, Dhruv Rathi video, it add value in me. Okay, yeah, information and things and that. Okay, yeah. So that's why I consume. Most of people might not watch those videos, or people might gonna think that ki who will gonna watch and things like that. It depends on their thought process. There is no wrong with it. There is no wrong in the video. Nothing really at all. Okay, yeah. Let me tell you one thing. Binge worthy videos or binge worthies kind of like a things that ki I can able to watch, like his content creation, I love it. His style is really love it. I am getting so much amount of information from that and that. Okay, yeah. So basically, yes, there is also another kind of like a YouTube channel I recently explored, name Ye Book. Ye Book is also kind of like a something, the channel is about the book. Okay, yeah. And basically this channel is kind of like a summarize the book in a kind of like a 20-30 minute, and where they kind of like a summarize, and the information that I'm getting from that thing, oh my god, it was like mind boggling. Like I never really thought that ki YouTube has that much information of library and things and that. And I feel like that ki you don't really need any kind of like a some stuff. If you want the information, YouTube is filled with a lot of people who are really good people, and they are kind of like a sharing such a information that so much amount of value it should supposed to be adding you. So basically it's this thing na ki for me, what is actually binge worthy is kind of like a make my time valuable for me, so I consider to spend my time on that thing. Okay, sometime I really wanted to kind of like a something the hangout, or wanted to laugh or things like that. Okay, yeah. So for that particular period of time I watch stand-up comedy too. Okay, yeah. But stand-up comedy doesn't really give me value, it kind of like entertain me. And when I watch those things, when I kind of like a very dizzy, like after I ate my lunch and I cannot able to focus on my work, so I kind of like a watch kind of like a something stand-up comedy videos. Those stand-up comedy videos kind of like a give me a kind of like a not to get me sleep, and kind of like a focus on my work, and kind of like I started doing my things and that. Okay, yeah. So basically it's this thing na ki binge worthy is a kind of like a somebody, I don't know how it's supposed to be, but I kind of like a watch video, I give them a chance, and kind of like a somebody, yeah. Okay. Also, let me give you the context. Okay, yeah. While I was watching any kind of like a video, I do my work. Like basically, while doing my work, I watch YouTube videos. Okay, yeah. It complement me while doing my work. Like it kind of like increase my working hour more. Like basically, if I just sit there and kind of like doing my work without any kind of like a watching video or things and that, I might not gonna do that much amount of work because it kind of like a feel empty. So basically it's this thing, I feel my work, like I feel all those empty spaces with the video. Okay, yeah, the YouTube videos. Okay, and those YouTube videos are complement me to work more. It kind of like a simply simply make me sit in front of my desk for hours of long hour, so that I would kind of like a do my work and things like that. So that's why I could able to be watch kind of like a hours of YouTube videos. Okay, yeah, it's not really that I just kind of like a sit there and kind of like a play the music and kind of like a simply just, no, it's not. Okay, it didn't really happen. Okay, yeah, like whenever I kind of like a simply watch any kind of like a video, I was kind of like a doing something work and things like that. Another question arises that how do you focus? I think that I am wired with that thing. Okay, yeah, uh, because of that like is it multitasking? I'm not really sure. Okay, but it kind of like a work for me. It kind of like a somebody, it complement my work. I don't know, is it thing like it didn't really kind of like a lack of focus, nothing really at all. Okay, yeah, let me give you another my work profile. I do my design. Okay, yeah, so in the design, I do Photoshop, I do Gemini, I do prompting and things and that and that. And when there is needed my attention, I pause the video and kind of like do my stuff. Okay, yeah, so basically it does it kind of like a somebody breaks my focus. I didn't really experience this thing. So many contexts, so many people might gonna say this thing, if you are doing the one thing, just keep doing one thing. Okay, that is true, that is true. But I don't know what is actually my brain is actually happening. But when I do my work, I watch YouTube videos and it does not break my focus. Okay, yeah, if it really required me to focus like full 100%, I will pause the video and kind of like a focus on that particular thing and that and that. Okay, yeah, so that's why I kind of like a consume lot of kind of like some YouTube videos and things and that and that. All right, now regarding about the question to me, that is my content is binge worthy or just another video. Okay, yeah, now this is also another question that I have to be kind of like a give the explanation. Okay, yeah, now binge worthy is a kind of like a something that a creator that you explore his content, and that content is really good, really great, and you love to spend more time to watch his content, that is called binge worthy. Okay, yeah, one thing. Another thing is that you cannot able to watch one specific type of content for entire lifetime. Why not? Because of that you are very emotional person, you are experience different emotion at different time. It's not really that I always kind of like a watch a kind of like a simply documentary videos or value added video. No, sometime I watch light-hearted videos, sometime I watch vlog video too, but most of the time I watch kind of like a simply the video that matter to me, that kind of like a get the information from me. Okay, yeah, so basically what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that na ki it's not really that you like a Nitish Rajput video, so I will gonna watch only Nitish Rajput video and nothing I watch. No, it's not really that. Okay, yeah, it's a kind of like a things that na ki like I like this one, but I like this one too. I like this one, I like this one too. I like this one, I like this one too. It's like that. It's our mind is kind of like we walk like that. Okay, yeah, or at least mind. Okay, yeah, and that's how I kind of like simply manage like a basically let's just say this is a kind of like a thing that entertain me. Okay, like these piece of content are kind of like a entertain my time. These piece of content are kind of like a somebody adding value in me. Okay, yeah, so basically is this thing that when I need it, like basically when I get it laggy or I can't able to focus on my work or I'm kind of like very sleepy after the lunch, I would watch these videos. These are entertainment, these are kind of like a full of fun, these are kind of like a give me a laugh, these are kind of like a give me a kind of like a something little bit, okay, yeah, open up my eyes and kind of like a watch and things and kind of like a bit more funny and things and that and that. Okay, yeah, but I rather spend very less time on that, I spend more time on that thing. Okay, yeah, because not I was kind of like a most of the time a kind of like a lag and things like that. Like basically is this thing what is actually I'm recording artifact at the moment. Okay, yeah, after this artifact I will kind of like a mop the floor. After I mop the floor, I will kind of like a sit in front of my desk, play any kind of like a music, or sorry, play any kind of like a some the video regarding about the e-book and things and that and that. Okay, yeah, watch for at least like a 1-2 hour. Then I will had a lunch. after I lunch, there is a kind of like a feel dizzy about that. Like a basically 4:30 or 5 p.m. It kind of like a feel dizzy. My eyes are wanted to be kind of like a somebody want to sleep and things and that. At that time, I watch entertainment video and things like that. All right, yeah. What I also another trying to tell you is this thing that key. Um, Basically is this thing. Binge worthy videos or binge worthy content, okay, yeah, that you will not gonna watch soon as you upload it. Okay, let me give you context. Okay, let me give you the, like, I don't know, it kind of like something triggered me or something like that. Okay, yeah. So let's take an example, Nitish Rajput video. Okay, Nitish Rajput make a video, and when he upload the video, I didn't really watch like quickly as thing. If I'm kind of like in that zone to consume his information, okay, I will consume. But when I'm not, like let's just say I am traveling and I need to listen the music, but Nitish Rajput drop his new video, will I able to watch? No, I will not. I will gonna listen the music. Why? Because it matter more than me. Like basically it matter that I'm traveling, I need to listen the music, so I would listen the music. Okay, yeah. I would wait for that particular when I kind of like somebody accepting that ki, okay, I am in that particular zone to kind of like consume this particular information, then I will consume the information. I will wait for that. It's not really I will directly jump into it. It's not. I developed this mindset throughout this entire time and things and that and that. Okay. Now, is my content is a binge worthy content? Well, first of all, what is actually my content? My content is about the poster designing, specifically a graphic designing. I create a poster regarding about different topic. Like yesterday, I kind of like somebody make a poster regarding about a kind of like somebody woman has a kind of like a giving the birth. Okay, and most of the family relatives are celebrating the new child, but the mother is actually going through pain and no one realized that. I kind of like illustrate all those kind of like a somebody imagination, put this thing and kind of like make the image through Gemini, through AI, and it look really good. Today I will kind of like create a poster regarding about that when the two couples when the couples are kind of like get married, man and woman. Okay, yeah. When the woman got pregnant, then there is a kind of like a somebody two child. Okay, there is a one child is a child and another child is her husband. Okay, because husband is also act like a child too. Okay, so from her point of perspective, I'm telling that thing too. Okay, yeah. So is it kind of like a somebody like basically my piece of content is meant to be kind of like a give any kind of like a message to the society that through this poster things and that. Okay, and it's kind of like a creative, it's kind of like a unique. Okay, yeah. And things in my piece of content, I kind of like execute how I execute this piece of content. Okay, yeah. Like how I put the prompt and things and that and create the entire image and things and that and that. So yeah, this is kind of like my piece of content. Is it binge worthy? Yeah. Is it binge worthy? Yes. When people who kind of like scrolling through my Instagram reel, they will kind of like scroll, okay, this particular person is a really creative person who kind of like created really creative design and poster and things like that. Is it binge worthy? Yeah. But also let me give you the context. My content is not meant for everybody. Why? Is because of that there is some sort of kind of like somebody thought process really required to understand this piece of information. Okay, yeah. What is that? First of all, it's not meant for kids. Kids does not understand what is actually existing and that and that. Also, it's my content is not meant for less than 25-year-old people. Okay, yeah. Because less than 25-year-old people who are a bit more kind of like emotionally and they don't really think about logical means like that, like most of my audience are from the age of 25 to 35 45 and things and that, because after that you are kind of like somebody logic kicks in, you are kind of like thinking very widely, you are thinking about different point of perspective and things and that, because there is lot of things that actually happened in the past, and my piece of content are kind of like giving them kind of like a bit of information about this and that. Okay, yeah. So basically my piece of information are for specifically for these people who kind of like think very different point of perspective. For those people, it's not for a kind of like a people who just want to entertain, because my piece of content is not meant for entertainment, it's meant for kind of like adding value and things and that. Also another thing, when you make a piece of content about adding value to the people, then that piece of content will not gonna have that much engagement. Why? Because of that key there are very less people who are utilize their time to consume such a information that add value in themselves. Example, let's just say Dhruv Rathi videos. Dhruv Rathi videos are kind of like a making, he's kind of like a making very political video now, but before he was kind of like a making scientific video and things and that. Okay, yeah. Now basically educational video is really good. It's a value added video. Now how many people will gonna watch video? 100 out of how many? Like, from Indian context point of perspective, 100 out of maybe 30 people will gonna watch value added video. 70 people will not gonna watch value added video. Why? Because 70 people who open up Instagram or open up social media or open up internet just for entertainment, not for value added video. Why? Because this is what human psychology, this is what kind of like people think. Like basically, let's just say they are kind of like going through very rough at work. Now they are kind of like somebody traveling to home. What they will shoot supposed to be watch? Like a value added video? No, they will gonna watch kind of like a dancing video or kind of like a funny video. They will kind of like a laugh and things and that, because that is that they want. They want a kind of like a somebody happy or things or kind of like a things or entertainment. Okay, because their life is really fuck and things like that. Okay, yeah. So this is what it is. This is what kind of like a things. And most of people are around that category of the people who just kind of like use entertainment or use internet for entertainment. Okay, yeah. 70% of them. 30% are seeking for value added people. They wanted to utilize internet for adding value in themselves. I am one of those people. Okay, yeah. So basically it's this thing na ki that's why my piece of content is catering that 30% of the people. Okay, yeah. So obviously I would have very less engagement and things and that. Okay, and this is true, by the way. This is true. Okay, so is my piece of content is a kind of like a somebody the like a binge worthy? I think yes. Okay, but for the specific kind of people. Okay, yeah. And my video is a kind of like a somebody just another video for the people who just want to entertain and things like that. Okay, yeah. So your video is kind of like a, for somebody is a kind of like a binge worthy, for somebody is a kind of like a just another video. Yeah. And I am trying to make sure that my video is a kind of like as much as better. It should supposed to be add humor, value and things and that. I will gonna make sure it will gonna happen. Alright, this is it. I should supposed to be end here, and thank you. Happy Artifact Day. Happy. It's not a day, it's not a holiday probably. I don't know. Thank you.